Well, guys, we knew it was going to happen. We knew that eventually Avengers Endgame would be knocked out of the #1 spot. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to be John Wick to do it, but nonetheless, it has happened. Let's break down this weekend's box office. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. I'm Robert Storms, and as always, if you find me for the very first time, be sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button. I want to take this time to thank a lot of you guys, to thank a bunch of you guys. I was at Orlando MegaCon the past 4 days, and usually when I go every year, I meet like maybe one, maybe two. I met close to 20, 24 people that has followed me on the channel. We stopped, we talked. Big shout out to Juan and Wayne. Talked to you guys for a while. Had some great conversations with you two. Like, it was just a great experience meeting all of you guys that follow the channel, and we discussed, you know, what we feel is going on with Warner Brothers and the MCU, what's going to be the future of MCU. But it was just great conversations, and I had so much fun meeting you guys. So thank you guys so much for coming up to me and introducing yourself at MegaCon. So thank you guys all very much. So with that said, let's jump into the weekend's box office, because like I said, John Wick dethroned Avengers Endgame. That wasn't the only thing getting dethroned this past weekend, but I'm telling you one thing, John Wick, yeah, take it out. So let's look at the box office. John Wick came in at $57 million on its opening weekend, and Avengers Endgame dropped with 53% from last weekend, coming in with $29.4 million. Now, I said last week, I don't expect John Wick to have like this big number, because John Wick Chapter 2 only grossed like 30-something million in its opening weekend. And I thought if Avengers Endgame could drop, you know, a low number, it would be able to take out John Wick. I was expecting John Wick to come in at 57 million. It almost doubled what John Wick Chapter 2 came in on its opening weekend. But even if John Wick Chapter 3 would have came in around the same as Chapter 2 with like 30, 31 million around there, Avengers Endgame still wouldn't have beaten John Wick, because Endgame just dropped 53%. So let's take a look at Avengers Endgame in its worldwide total, because right now it's in at 2.6 billion. It's about 200, a little less than 200 away from catching Avatar. At this point, guys, I honestly think that we just have to face the fact that it's not going to catch Avatar. It's its fourth weekend now. The numbers are getting lower. It's still bringing in quite a bit of money, that's for sure, but I don't think it's bringing in quite enough money to make up $200 million. I just think when you look at $200 million, it's an asinine amount of money. I know a lot of people think it's not a lot of money, because movies like Endgame come out and make like $1 billion in one weekend. They're like, what's $200 million? But when you look at other movies, a lot of movies don't make even $200 million at the box office. So the fact that it still has to make another $100 million, that's a long way to go. That's a long way to go for it to beat Avatar. So I just want everybody to kind of face the fact. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. Very possible. It might have that boxer's punching chance, where he might have that puncher's chance to just get the win. But I think at this time, we all need to just kind of, you know, face the facts that this might not be a surprise if it does not happen. It doesn't change the fact that I like Avengers Endgame. A lot of people loved it. Doesn't change the fact that it broke a bunch of records. Doesn't change a lot of things. But we just kind of have to sort of just sit back and accept that this might not happen. And it's okay. It doesn't have to happen. I mean, eventually something will be Avatar. It might not be today, may not be tomorrow, might not be 5 years from now. Something will finally be Avatar. And maybe Endgame will be that something. Maybe 4 or 5 weeks down the road, it makes that $200 million. Just right now, I think, as fans, we kind of need to take the expectations off it right now and just kind of wait and just stop trying to push it, because a lot of people stop talking about it. Like the first couple weeks, oh, this is the movie that's going to be Avatar, and now everybody's just kind of leaning back on, well, maybe it's not going to be Avatar. Very possible it could still happen. Just right now, I don't think we need to be counting those chickens, because now we're just getting into the bigger and bigger movies. I can't wait to see John Wick. I didn't get a chance to go see it because I was at MegaCon all weekend, but I'm probably going to go catch like a matinee showing tomorrow or possibly Wednesday, because I am very much looking forward to it. I want to see where this trilogy goes. Is there going to be something that goes off to the next film? If they do a fourth film, not sure, but I think it's great. Congratulations to John Wick. it just shows how more and more people were catching on to that franchise. I've been singing the franchise's praises since the first John Wick movie. Thought the second one kind of dived off a little bit toward the end of the movie, but I still like that movie very, very much. I love the first one, and I want to see how this story wraps up. So I'm going to be catching a matinee of that as soon as I possibly can. And don't forget, we have Godzilla coming out very, very soon. Toward the what 2 weeks from now, we have Godzilla. I think Aladdin comes out this week. You know, as much as I don't like the trailers for Aladdin, it's still a Disney property. People are still gonna go see it. So Disney's kind of cannibalizing their own franchise with Avengers Endgame. So, and that's what happens when you have a company that owns so many things. But just wanted to get out there with the box office. Avengers has been dethroned, just like somebody got dethroned in Game of Thrones, but I'm not mentioning anything. But yeah, just insane. It dropped down to the number 2 spot, but it's still grossing quite a bit of money, and it might catch Avatar. Just don't hold your breath. Well, guys, that's all I have for this weekend's box office report. Sorry for the lateness of the video. Usually I release it like 11 in the morning, but I had to go get tires put on my car. Long story. If you guys follow my live discussions, you know what's up. But I just want to thank each and every one of you guys. I love you all, and I will be live streaming later on tonight about 11 p.m. EST, which is Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys are around, be sure to come in for that discussion. And until next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.